Mm-hmm. Boom! Shakalaka! Happy Taco Tuesday to everyone out there in internet world. Here we go. You're live on BROfessor Bass and Friends. Boom! There we go. I'm so excited because last week we had technical difficulties, and I have had AT&T here laying at my wife's feet, putting new stuff in, fiber optic cable and modems and all this stuff, and I think we're just gonna blow right through this faster than any show we've ever done. I think it's gonna be crazy.
Awesome.
You'll be able to high speed through this, and you won't miss a beat. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I love it. Woo, Tony, how are you?
I'm good, buddy.
I love that patch you've got sitting up there on your microphone. That seems pretty, something that might be applicable tonight.
It is.
We do have our MOORE hats on. You have your MOORE shirt on. Now, my MOORE shirt was built for back when the show was in February, and it's long sleeve and wool. And I was outside putting a new pedal commander in my FJ tomorrow to try to make it through the hills in Missouri a little quicker.
Yeah.
And I busted out a sweat. So definitely not wearing long sleeve wool tonight. So
yeah,
we'll be probably wearing. I saw up in Springfield it's going to be really nice weather. I don't really think we could have picked a better weekend to have it. No rain in the forecast. Sunny one day, partly cloudy the next, and then sunny. I think it's going to be amazing. No snow.
No snow. It'll be a first.
No snow apocalypse. When we wanted more weather, we wanted better weather, and so we got it, and I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir.
It has been a crazy week. I know, Tony, that you have disassembled Arla's Jeep a lot like Lego and put it back together. It shines. It probably glow in the dark. It's so clean. It's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of new things on there. We had to pray for you this week because you had to drill some holes in there that you were kind of nervous about.
Yeah, buddy. 18 half-inch holes.
That made me nervous for you.
Yeah,
that made me nervous for you.
It's good times.
Good times. Well, we've got a lot of people that are in the house tonight. Chris is in the house tonight. Chris is somewhere in the bunker. He's in the MOORE bunker, hid out so nobody can find him, getting ready for the MOORE Expo. Chris, welcome to the show. Glad that you're here.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on with you guys. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Always a good time. Well, man, we talked a little bit back when we were in the green room before we went live. I'm real interested because a lot of people, thousands of people, show up to MOORE Expo and think that everything just happened, just like somebody blinked and everything got set up. All the things were put in place. Well, look at there. I got Joe Castaway Tokarski calling me on the phone right now. He must not know we're live on the radio. Hey, Joe, we're live on the radio. I might have to call you back, okay? You really should be watching the show. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, yeah. So anyway, a lot of people show up and just think that everything happened. What has been going on in your life the last 2 days?
Well, let's see. It's always chaos at home before I leave. We pack vehicles. We think that we're gonna clean them, don't get a chance to. So it's like hiring detailers last minute to clean my truck, which still hasn't happened. I I I spent the entire weekend packing and organizing. I've never seen so many signs and banners in my life. Um, it's consistent phone calls. I think I took 35 phone calls yesterday,
Wow.
um, and just extremely busy. So I left Kansas City, and I'm now in MOORE Expo headquarters
Yeah.
annex, which is which is a nice hotel in Springfield. And I've been at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. Let's see, Monday morning, Rhino met the team at Robinson Fence, and they set up. It was going to be 1,200 linear square feet. We ended up increasing to 1,500 linear square feet of fencing. A little miscalculation on my part, but that's okay. So the outdoor vendor area is enormous. It's
Sweet.
more than 90,000 square feet.
Oh
Who would have
wow.
guessed that it would
So
have been more?
it's more. It was more money.
More money. More vendors.
So
More people to show up and see it. That's what we need.
yeah.
That's what we need.
So we've been constantly unloading pallets from Milestar tires, Method wheels, Red Arc pallet, the Tough Stuff pallets showed up today. I've got 40 skids of really cool stuff. I know it's cool in those boxes. I can't wait to see it come out. So
Oh, that's
we've
awesome.
unloaded all that stuff, and it'll be ready for the vendors for their move-in day. And we've got a huge tent set up, the AMPR Plaza Pavilion. So they've got
Mm.
a 40 by 100 tent outside that's going to be awesome. They're going to kick off a little after party with some live music going on and stuff like that. So
Sweet.
swing by there. We've got uh, Chad and his wife have been in the past 2 days, and they've been setting up the recovery room lounge, which
Mm.
looks absolutely fantastic. Chad kind of split the duties, and he is going to set up his booth, and his wife Leanne has done an incredible job. She gave this 180%. So Leanne is setting up the recovery room lounge, which is gorgeous. It's got a cool stage and big backdrops and brick walls and
Wow.
carpeted floors. It's so nice. So
Wow.
Nice.
she put the touch on it that none of us could do. So
That's awesome.
super great to
That's
see
awesome.
something like that. Man, the boxes and pallets just keep showing up, and vendors calling just to say, hey, we're on our way from California, or we're driving up from Florida. We left yesterday. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and the fairgrounds has been fantastic helping us get everything going. They're getting all the campsites prepped for everybody that's camping. I've been out there just kind of checking it out, making sure everything looks
Mhm.
good and is going smooth, and that's all going great.
Good. Good.
Springfield is starting to look pretty cool.
Yeah.
The hotels in Springfield are starting to fill up with really cool rigs from license plates of states that I've never been to. I mean, just there's a gentleman with a blue TJ at the hotel right now that's it looks like he trailered it in from Minnesota. There's another one from Georgia that's here. Just amazing rigs are coming to town. Like, these are beautiful. So
I love this time of year. Well, last year it was in February, but I love the week of MOORE because, last year it was Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, and this year it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the week before, you would see all the posts on Instagram. We're heading to MOORE. We're heading to MOORE. We're heading to MOORE. We're packing up. We're heading to MOORE. Our store's going to be closed because we're heading to MOORE. So much to pack, so much to take, and all the trailers are hitting the road. And then tomorrow, being Wednesday, the day before move-in day, you're going to see pictures of all the vendors posting pictures of their vehicles on the road. It's pretty much taking over the overlanding internet, and I love that. It's so stinking cool. Northology has Cindy Pope just put on here that she's bringing a big convoy from up north. They always plan a convoy from up north. That's going to be cool. And then people are just going to be coming in from everywhere. So I love that. I love seeing the convoys of people coming in. Last year, we were wondering if everybody was going to even make it. And this year, there shouldn't be any problems with people don't have any issues with traveling or wherever you're coming from. So it is going to be a very special time. I love it. I remember walking in. I've worked a booth every single year that I've been there. I haven't been a regular person yet. And one of these years, I want to be just a regular person.
Me too.
Just to go to see everything. Yeah, you too. I know I try to talk to you for 5 minutes while we're there, and you're like, I got to go. But I remember walking in and seeing all the tape on the floor. That was one of the things that a lot of people don't even see when they come in there. That has got to be so much work, you going in there and marking off every single spot where the vendors are supposed to be. And is your back killing you? It's got to be killing you.
I learned a cheat trick a couple years ago. So what we do is we take chalk, sidewalk chalk, and you carry a cup of water, and you dip the sidewalk, or you tape the sidewalk chalk to a PVC pipe that's about 3 feet long. And then you just dip it in the water and mark your lines. And then you can barely see it when you first mark it. But then you get 30 feet away on the next line and turn around, and it's like neon. So that's
wow.
That's our
trade
trail.
Secrets exposed right here. Trade secrets.
Yeah,
exposed.
I better not give too many secrets away.
Oh, I love it. But we're gonna dive into more and what we have planned for this year. But if you're out there and you're watching, you have no idea what we're talking about at MOORE Expo, this is the video from last year. Check it out. I need to download that music to my playlist. I love that. That's
video.
Just jamming
Just
out.
play it in the car.
Absolutely love it. Love it. Well, what I wanted to touch on first was there's some changes that you've made from MOORE 21 to 22 coming in this year. First one is my favorite one. There's not going to be any masks. Second one is You've moved it from February to April. Now, how has that affected you? Is that better on you? Is that better for the show? Tell us about how that has made a difference this year.
Well, so historically in show season, in the RV world, in the boat world, your prime showtime is January through March, and not even that far into March. So when I when I first picked a date for MOORE Expo, that February date is ideal. You you get to capture the excitement of, hey man, it's winter, it's been a long winter, and we all know this one has. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just ready to start looking at stuff so I can start, feeling like the bad weather's going away. And it was great. We didn't have much for other shows that we had to worry about scheduling around or anything like that. It was a good first 2 years for us, the February show. We had a couple things that weren't the best. The date, obviously, it was always Valentine's weekend,
Yeah.
which was tough for a lot of people to get away from their loved ones for that. But we also had the benefit of it. The President's Day was always the following Monday, so that kind of helped too. This this is something that we haven't done, and I don't know. It's an experiment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The April date. I'm super happy with it. Like, I got a sunburn while I was out
That's a nice
marking
change.
the floors outside, and
It's better than being out there and not being able to feel your fingers.
or
So
get a
that's a
windburn.
nice
Yeah,
change.
chappy
Yeah.
lips and
Yeah.
cold. Oh, so I love the winter, and I love it.
Yeah.
Love camping in it and stuff like that. And I do more camping in the winter than I do any time of year, but I think it's not our best. And I think moving the show to April changes the dynamic completely. We can camp at the expo.
Mm-hmm.
We can camp at S'more. We can go off-roading in the Mark Twain and go exploring. We can wheel our rigs out at S'more. We can have outdoor vendors and, live music outside. We can crack the doors and get some fresh air. It's a whole new vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna look like this year? I think there's already 200 campers registered, or 200 campsites, which, if you figure 2 people per vehicle, my goodness. In the camping area, people are gonna be able to walk back and go make lunch, and somebody said I'm excited to pregame at the campsite.
Tailgate. Everybody's tailgating. It's almost like
Yeah.
you're tailgating at the
Yeah,
big game.
tailgate. You
Super
can
Bowl.
tailgate MOORE Expo. I'm really excited about being able to hop on my Quiet Cat and shoot down to the campground, and you know how I like to do.
Yeah.
Maybe get fed dinner.
Yeah, you go around to all the campsites so you can graze and you don't have to cook dinner. That's
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so excited. I think the date change, my biggest thing about this whole show is I want people to love it. I want people to be excited about it and be happy. And, I mean, if I was to tell you my main core value, this is for our community. I like throwing parties, and that's why. I like to host and see people happy and enjoying themselves. And I think the move to April really, really drives that in, and
Yeah.
will hopefully set us, into a spot where we're considered, a destination for most people across the U.S. And, this is the first show of the year. So
that's the part I like about it. It's the first thing of the year, and especially last year, it was the only show of the year. because everything else got canceled. And so you got everything off the ground before everything hit real bad in 2020 as well. But still, even with April, you're still the first show of the year. And it's something that everybody looks forward to. It's kind of like a grizzly bear coming out of a long winter's nap. You want to get out and you want to go do something. You don't care what it is. But boom, this is right in your face, right off the bat. And
right.
I think it's generating a ton of exposure, and people are just loving on it. Well, what about the moving from 2 days to 3? How's that going to change everything?
I think it allows, well, we doubled in size. We went from 90,000 square feet approximately and added another 90. So you need more time to go see it. But so what really had me going on it was last year, Friday was move-in day.
Mhm.
And I had to actually ask one of our team to go stand at the door and let people know, hey, look, I'm sorry you can't come in. We're moving in today because the show's Saturday and Sunday. There were tons of people, everybody's taking that Friday off anyways to come into town. And it's like, I don't want to tell them no. I want to tell them,
no kidding. Come on in.
Whatever, we're not set up yet, but obviously we can't with all the chaos that setup is. But it's like, we need to make this an event that you'll want to spend your weekend at.
Yeah.
So going to 3 days, and Sunday's a short day. We only go till 2 because I also care deeply about the vendors being able to get home and back to their families, to get their week going. I've been to shows where, it's 6 o'clock by the time you get out of there on Sunday, and then it's 2 o'clock in the morning by the time you get home, and it's just hard on everybody. So,
yeah,
we created a full day on Friday, and we kind of shortened the day a little bit on Sunday, so that way, our vendors could get out of there at a reasonable time, and our attendees too. Let's face it, we've all we can play and play and play, but we all got to get back to work on Monday.
Eventually reality comes back, no matter how long you put it off. So that's just part of it. Well, is there still camping available on site?
Yes, there is.
Okay, how would someone go about doing that if they want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the camping is handled through the fairgrounds. We don't get involved or touch it, but they do a fantastic job. You can go on the MOORE Expo website. There's a tab that says on-site camping, and then it's very simple and basic. It provides you with the information that you need to get in touch with Paul at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. Yeah, that's the entire page of the website. But there's your phone number right there, and then Paul's email address. All you have to do is click it, and it'll preload an email into your email, and you can send it right off to him. I'm copied on all the emails, so I've probably seen 20 come in today. I expect that he's probably got 100 spaces left. It would be my guess. So, so plenty of room. It's
awesome.
It's fairgrounds camping, so probably don't expect a campsite that looks like this one.
Not quite, not quite as many trees. But and for those of you who don't know, the title of this photograph is "Coffee is 11." So that's what Coffee is 11. There's a story behind that. If we'll talk about that one day. We don't have enough time tonight, but okay. What about the another thing that you have added this year that I absolutely love? Last year and the year before, you had people come and they set up in different areas. They were YouTube creators or different things like that. But this year, you're putting everybody in one spot called the storyteller area. So tell us what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I wanted to get away from using the term influencer, YouTuber, anything like that. And I wanted to create a place for these people to come in and visit with everybody, that they help, they help create confidence on the trails. I can tell you right now, like I wouldn't be so into this if it weren't for a certain group of people that I followed and
That's
have
a
been
sexy
able to
beast
meet
right
along
there.
the way. I love that picture, by the way.
That is one sexy man.
So what I did was I decided, you know what, we it's time we call them something other than a Walmart version of what they really are, and
Yeah.
the real name is the storyteller. So
I
then
love it.
it was like,
Yeah.
all right, well, let's invite everybody in, and no cost to them. Come in, sell your hats, sell your patches, anything like that, or sign up Patreons or anything it may be, just to try to help grow YouTube channels and pages, because I truly believe that these are the educators that make this hobby so great. So
Yeah.
we kicked around some ideas actually today while we were um, setting up the display. There's a little change on where we're going to set up Storyteller Row,
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought it deserved a little bit bigger show than where we had it, which was already a good spot. But what we're doing is we're putting the Storyteller Row. The attendees will walk through it right after they check in, right after they come through the ticket counter. You're in it, and you'll walk up the road, and we'll have storytellers on either side of the road, and come see your favorite people that help build knowledge in the industry, I guess.
I love
Awesome.
it.
Excited
I
about
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a great place for people to hang out. There's so many questions that you can ask that you've always wanted to ask. You can get on somebody's YouTube channel and you could comment and you can ask questions and they can type out a reply or whatever. But it's not the same as face to face time. It's just not the same. You can't replace that face to face time. I mean, we can be on here all day, but as soon as Chris and I see each other, we're going to hug each other. We're going to say, man, it's good to see you, because being right there with somebody, you can't replace that time, and getting to meet all these people. So many out there that I've wanted to meet for years are going to be there this year that I haven't had a chance to yet. And really excited about getting out there and seeing all these people that are coming in from all over the place. And all they're doing is just setting up and giving of themselves and talking to people and just
Yeah.
sharing their knowledge with whatever questions you have. Uh, I think it's amazing. And once if you come there every day, if you come to MOORE Expo every single day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you may be a fast walker where you can see everything. You may be a slow walker and it takes time for you to get around or whatever. But once you have that free time, this is the place where you could hang out and just visit with people, because that's where you're going to build lifelong relationships with some of these people. And that's going to be your takeaway.
Yeah.
Your takeaway might not be that new chair or that new tent. It may be that new relationship that you've made with somebody. And I think that beats
Man,
everything.
Yeah.
you
Hands
you
down.
nailed it. Absolutely. It's my favorite thing. It's like with Big Iron, my favorite question that I asked when I was up on stage was, everybody having a good time, everybody puts their hand up. Who made a new friend?
Yeah.
None of the hands drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody made a new friend. That's right. That's right.
I don't have
Travis
enough
says,
hands.
do we show the email for the VIP parking?
So he's asking about the S'more to More registration, or
Okay.
S'more to More Overland Rally. And that's a great question. So, in order to get into the VIP parking, it's the same entrance as the exhibitor entrance. And when you pull in, You'll also see signs for S'more to More VIP parking. But yeah, just show proof that you've registered for the S'more to More Overland Rally, and we'll pull you right in. You don't have to pay for parking. You'll just come right on in, and we'll park you right up by the outdoor vendor area, and you can just head on through. So yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Man, I'm so excited about who's in the stinking chat. I mean, we've got Northology, we've got Ryan Hitchcock from CB Adventure Supply.
Oh my goodness, Ryan, I marked off your floor space today.
I
Oh,
hope he's over there by me again because I love messing with Ryan.
I had
it's
to
so
drink
funny.
a bottle of water halfway through it. Ryan has the biggest floor space. CB Adventure Supply and Turtleback Trailers
I love it.
have collaborated to get the largest vendor space in MOORE Expo, and it's inside in the East Hall. It's going to be wicked. I saw some of the stuff that he was packing in there, and
I did
I
too.
know the
I did
guys that
too.
are driving Turtleback Trailers out from
Yeah.
Arizona, and I know it's going to be cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Misty from The Day We Make, she's going to be in the Storyteller. Bill Reed from Cottywample Overland is in the house.
Yep.
Bill, thank you for joining us, man. Kara from Ozark Overland Adventures is here. So we've got quite a few of the storytellers that are in the chat right now. Pretty
Bill
excited
Reed,
about
while
that.
you're packing up out there in Kentucky, if there's a bottle of that White Lightning, it never hurts to stop me when I'm walking by.
Well, Chris, I'll just break the news to you right now. I've got some black market West Virginia homemade White Lightning that's got your name on it. I'm bringing to you. So,
oh, you gotta be kidding me!
yeah.
Buddy.
Well, I love you just that much, and I'm too scared to drink it, so I'm gonna bring it to you. So it's all yours, buddy. It's all yours. Yeah, funny story behind that. I asked some friends of ours out there. I said, "Is there any way I could get some like real authentic moonshine? I don't want to go to the store and buy Smoky Mountain or whatever it is.
Nope.
I want some real authentic stuff." She got on the phone, and about an hour later, this black Suburban pulls up, rolls down the window about halfway, hands this jar out. She hands them some cash. They rolled it up, backed out, and they left. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's why I love West Virginia. That's
what I'm talking about.
That's why I don't go to California.
Yeah.
I go to West Virginia.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. So, moving right along with the new stuff that you have brought into MOORE this year, we have Bill says what flavor?
Oh, man, I didn't know there was going to be a choice. Clear is all right, but if you've got a jar of clear, then
yeah,
no, I'll go with whatever the chef recommends.
There you go. There you go. Well, tell us about what is going on with the S'more to More rally. How is that coming, and what do you? I'm so excited about that. I just want you to talk about that.
The S'more to More Overland Rally stemmed from the S'more to More adventure route, and the first year it was a huge hit. Man, people loved it. We had 30 rig convoys going back and forth. The second year it was super popular. We didn't get to do it because the roads were so dangerous.
Yeah.
But we had registered, 50 rig convoys, and then we just knew with the growth of the show, we can't continue safely and do guided route convoys. So Blake Lighton gets the credit for this. He said, Chris, I've got an idea. I know how to reinvent it. Let's make the S'more to More route a rally. And he's done this, he's done all kinds of rallies and knows how they're put on and stuff like that. So he says, we make it a individually ran, where we give them a rally book, and we make it so you run at your own pace, you run at your own time, enjoy yourself while you're out there, but you don't have to worry about holding 40 people up while you stop to take a pee. So, so I was like, man, that is the most brilliant idea. I love it. And him and I started kind of getting into the logistics of it. And I had brought the idea up to my friend that works at Midland Radio, and Andrew, he said, I love the idea. Let's get involved. How can Midland support the S'more to More Overland Rally? And it was like, oh man, okay, cool. So Andrew and I and the owner of Midland went out to lunch, and we chopped it up. We went through some ideas and tried to figure out what sounded the coolest and how they could help support the rally to make it as awesome as could be. And shortly after that, it was like, all right, we're interested. Let's get it on paper. Let's make it legit. So Midland Radio invited me to headquarters, and we set up with the big TV, and went through all the punch list of all the things that needed to be done. And here we are today with the S'more to More Overland Rally presented by Midland Radio. So S'more to More, or S2M Overland Rally, is a 100-mile it's a 100-mile scenic back road route that will either take you from the MOORE Expo to the Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch in Seymour, Missouri, or it will take you from S'more and Seymour up to the MOORE Expo, and it drops you into the northern part of the Ozark mountain chain. And there are beautiful scenic views, and there are creek crossings, and there are neat little things to see on the side of the road, old churches and cemeteries from family plots from the 1800s, and just a beautiful scenic drive to help you enjoy your time here in Missouri. It's really fun to prove to people that we're not a flyover state. So this is the way that we like to do it. And I couldn't be more excited about it. So I was counting registrations, just making sure our inventories were all good for shirts and all that stuff moments before I got on the show. And we're at 250 people, 250 rigs registered.
Wow.
Valley.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So I'm super excited about it. Everybody, when you get to either MOORE Expo or S'more, depending on which route you selected, you'll be handed a rally book. The rally books are cool. They're super sweet. And you'll be handed a swag bag, and then you'll get your shirts at MOORE Expo, whether you check in there or arrive there. We'll have all the shirts at MOORE Expo. The shirts are beautiful. They cost $15 each.
Wow.
Like that was my cost on the things. But they're logoed here with the American flag. On this side, it's got a cool Midland logo, and then S2M here on the badge, and then it's got the S'more to More Overland logo on the back. So it's just we were excited to have the support to be able to go above and beyond this year, and we sure as shit did.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That is so awesome.
I can't wait to see the outcome of this and see people talk about it. We've been seeing it on the social media for so long now, and Midland actually put out an amazing little cool like cartoon video, and I just watched that over and over again. I thought that was so neat. Yep. But I want to see people talk about it. I want to see people talk about the experience of actually having to follow the route and the guide, and I love on your website. I love on your website you've got it's showing about how it's going to be, what it's going to look like to people who actually do this. So I love how that you can go on there, you can register on there, you can do everything on the MOORE Expo website page. But there's a lot of information on there if you don't know what it is or if you want to get in there last minute. Is there still room for people to get in there if they want to?
Yep, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take a few more. We've got a certain number that we'll shut it down at, but
I figured so.
but we're not there yet. You know, we want to make it enjoyable for everybody. We're not trying to get the registrations. You know, we just want people to have a good time, and I think it's. I think
there's a lot of good times out there to be had. I promise you that.
So. You know,
well,
we spent 5 weekends in that area. Blake Lighton and I just running gravel roads. So it took 5 weekends to find those routes that we're putting out.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Wow.
I love it. Well, we've reached about a halfway point. We got a lot more to talk about. Let's take a little bit of a break and give thanks to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
I'm Adam with Okie Overland.
Hey guys, it's Chris from MOORE Expo.
This is John with Long Creek Overland.
This is Jeff with Bad Adventure Cup.
I'm Drew with Rock Squash Design. I'm Casey with US Action Track.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Misty from The Day We Make.
I'm Jeremiah from Overland Pioneer.
Hi, we're Jessica and Jorge with Woodwork Wonder.
I'm Misty from Lady Overlander Radio.
And you're watching.
You're watching.
So you're watching.
And you're watching BROfessor and Friends.
Professor and Friends.
Joey the BROfessor and Friends. BROfessor and Friends.
Professor and Friends.
To the BROfessor and Friends.
Professor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
Sponsored by Artemis Overland Hardware in Springfield, Missouri. MOORE Expo, April 8th through the 10th, 2022 in Springfield, Missouri. Tackform mounts, trail-rated coffee, Linson solar panels, Howling Moon tents and awnings. Big Iron Overland Rally, June 10th through the 12th in West Mineral, Kansas. Mountain Hatch, Lifesaver water filters, MC Ranch Overland, home of the original fire reflector, Snowmaster fridges, EcoFlow chargers, Timbo Tusk, Dow Dynamics lighting, and Midland radios. We're glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us. No pros, just bros on this show. Here we go. No pros, just bros. That's our motto. Here we go.
Hey, I love all those people.
I am so excited about the first reason I'm excited about the show being in April this year is you have been able to expand so much more outside. And a lot of the things that we have not talked about and we have not seen on social media and stuff as much as the other stuff, the indoor vendors, has been the outdoor stuff. You've got a bicycle track out there that's going to be set up.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you'll be able to. So Quiet Cat we unloaded a couple of their pallets today. Quiet Cat sending in their fleet of demo bikes, and they'll have a booth right as soon as you walk into the outdoor vendor area. We'll have an area available so you can jump on the bike and take it for a ride. You know, it's funny, e-bikes are so new that when you hear how much they cost, it's a shell shock.
To say that lightly, you're right.
Or can be. And
you
know, it's funny because same with a rooftop tent.
Yeah.
Or a lot of this other stuff that we buy, but we're so accustomed to seeing the rooftop tents, you know, and we know the prices that we're starting to get used to it, I guess, right? So the idea with the demo rides for the Quiet Cat bikes is, you know, whether you want to buy one or not, you should ride one because they're fun to ride. I have one. If anybody ever wants to ride it, come tap on my shoulder. I'll let you take it for a spin. They're just fun. But
okay,
you know,
don't threaten me with a good time.
But to be honest, Chris, it's almost like one of those things where somebody says to you, if you don't want to buy one of those, don't ride it. Because once you ride it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've got to have one of these. Because they are so stinking cool.
It's
So, once you ride one and you see how cool they are and how it assists you up the hills, and you don't actually have to kill yourself to ride a bicycle like you used
like
to. It's unbelievable, and you're like, I don't care what it costs. I'm gonna have to have one of these.
I
It's
know.
unbelievable.
Well, that happened to me. So, uh, I mean, you ride it like I got to ride one at Overland Expo, and it feels right. And honestly, it's been for promoting shows. I've been through 2 battery cycles on my I'm on the bike at the fairgrounds. That's how I'm getting around. Um, when I go to Rendezvous, that's how I'm going to get around. When I go to Core, I'll be riding the bike to get around. But so it's a useful tool for me. But also, we took it out this winter. We went camping for 4 days and 6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going on up a trail. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it up there or not. Guess what? The e-bike gets deployed. Boom. You just cruise up, scout it out, come back. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's go. And then it's nice to be able to do that.
That's awesome.
I agree. Well, I'm getting scolded. Because of my no pros, just bros on this show. I was talking about the host, so Cindy, calm down. I know we got a lot of ladies in the chat, and they're real excited about this lady roundtable that they're doing on Saturday.
I'm so excited about that.
That's really cool. I know
It was
Kira
a
has kind of
smack
put
in the
that
face
together.
that I didn't think of it, but it sometimes it takes a family to raise an expo. So
Yeah.
so Kara shot me a note and said, "Hey, oh, actually no, I think we were on the phone, and I'm gonna do my best Kara impression, and she's gonna get mad, but this is it." She said, "Chris, I'm mad at you."
That sounds just like her. Sounds just
That's
like
what
you,
she
Kira.
said. And I said, "What? Why? Oh my goodness, I never want to make her upset." And she said, "Well, you don't have anything for the ladies." And I said, "Oh my goodness, you're right. What do you have in mind?" And boom, she's like, "Here's the plan. Here's how it all lays out. Where do we do it?" And I was like, "You got it. You got a room. Let's make it happen." So I'm really excited to see that. That's going to be fantastic.
I think that's going to be good. Well, on top of that, you've got some incredible courses that are going to be taught. That kind of fits right into that. A lot of new. You've had Aaron with Switchback Outdoor Safety step up this year and help you out with that.
It's funny. He stepping up is like what he does.
Yeah.
The first year, the first MOORE Expo is like, I want to have classes. I want to have some education going on. And I thought, okay, I can swing by every hour and move people in and out, or it'll just kind of take care of itself. Thank goodness Aaron's booth with Switchback was right outside the seminar room.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And Aaron voluntarily jumped in and said, "No problem. We're all about education, and this is kind of my jam." So he managed the entire thing and made sure classes didn't go too long, or they transitioned well. So then the second year, it was like, all right, no brainer, Switchback is on it. And then this is the biggest year yet for education. And like that gentleman's coming in I think he's coming in from Florida, or one of the warmer climate.
Chef Corso.
Yeah.
Coming in and talk about cooking and eating and being healthy and all that stuff.
He's a world trained chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ham radio guys are going to be there. I think that's really something that is needed out there, because I think that's the way that it's going right now. Everybody, when we all got into it, it was everybody has to have a CB, and now nobody's got them. They're jerking them out of there and going to the GMRS. But I think ham radio is what a lot of people are into. I think that's going to be part of it. Matt's going to be doing his Gaia the off-road recovery. Of course, Aaron's going to be doing a lot of safety courses, a lot of radio courses. I just stare at this picture all day long. I mean, it's just, for people that have OCD, ADD, the picture of the amateur radio applications in overlanding. If you're out there listening and you can't see this, you need to go to MOORE Expo course schedule and look at this. This is what we dream about when we close our eyes. Everything is so nice, neat, has its place. You can't see any wires. It is just unreal. It's OCD heaven right there.
And the
what is the microphone for?
Microphones for karaoke.
That's behind there is a karaoke machine. So you can I don't know what that microphone is for, but I think that's
is it like ship
hilarious
to shore or something like that? I have no idea. Like, this is way over my head.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I really understand like the radio that's on the far left, the one that's built into the truck.
Yeah.
The AM FM radio, I get that.
Yeah.
Everything to the right of it, like above the heater controls and to the right of the radio controls, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No idea. Talking about more cooking shows. Red Ark's doing some power. I love the planning a Moab adventure. I think that's going to be cool. A lot of people want to go there, don't really know what to do once they get there. I think that's going to be great. Just a plethora of shows, of classes that's going to be offered. I think the variety this year is there. I think we've got it. I think it's going to be amazing.
Every year we add to the classes, and man, we double every year. And if we keep on this trajectory, watch out, because I'm just excited. Aaron Paris has vetted all these instructors. We probably took 100 applicants this year, and he picked the 20 that he liked the best. So I really have a lot of faith in him, and I think he definitely picked the best 20 out of it. So that's great.
I think so too. I think he did. He's done a great job. And Aaron is top notch, professional, good as gold. Great guy to just sit around and visit with, to hang out with, share a drink around the campfire with. But when it comes to organizing and taking care of stuff like this, he is all business, and he does a phenomenal job. Love me some Aaron Paris, and I have some serious beard envy. Serious beard envy.
You're telling me.
Yeah. I think the last time I had a serious conversation with him was right before that, what we thought was a tornado blew through a rendezvous. And he came over there and he said, do you hear a storm coming? I said, yes, sir, I do. He said, we're fixing to go tighten everything down. I said, me too. So, and that was the last time I got to talk to him for very long at all. I can't wait to see Aaron and shoot the crap with him. I think he's just a cool guy.
Hey, something else I wanted to touch base on was More Momentum magazine.
I have seen that. We got ours at Artemis on Saturday.
Oh, you guys have a copy? I thought
I
was.
Yeah, we got our copies.
I handed out 1,000. Well, I didn't. Rhino, my right-hand man, his two boys came out and handed about 500 of them out in Springfield and in Arkansas. And then my mom came back down to Springfield and handed out another 500. So they're all around town, and we've got plenty at the show. So everybody that walks in will get one. But I was just looking at Andrew Moffat's question there, and he was asking if there was a map of where parking and where booths were and all that stuff. Well, the parking will be extremely self-explanatory when you come in. If you miss one sign, don't worry. There's 14 more signs that are going to tell you where the parking is. And then please do refer to the center spread of the More Momentum magazine that's got all of the vendors, and they're all listed out on there. So that'll show you where everything is. And then also in this handy dandy book is our class schedule. So when you get in on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, pick up one of these, and there's your class schedule. And then on the other side, we left you a page so you can take notes in the book during class.
Man, you guys are thinking of everything.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it.
Everything.
Now, are you gonna have like 5 and 6-year-old boys running around saying, "Get your programs, get your programs"?
Yeah, that's a
Awesome.
great idea.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You've thought of everything. You've thought of everything.
Programs. Actually, what we did was we went down to Twin Peaks and just told all the kitchen staff to come up and help.
Oh wow! Well, that ought to draw a crowd. That ought to draw a crowd. Now, those will be available at I guess where you register. Different places around there.
As soon as
Where
you
you
walk
sign
in
in?
the gate and we put your wristband on, we'll hand you a magazine.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it. So
and
there's
then
no
I'll
hidden
have
fees.
them throughout the show as well.
I love it. No hidden fees. Nothing like that. They're not going to say, "Okay, you owe us $5 for a magazine." Chris did that out of the goodness of his heart. So make sure and pick you one up, and those will be collector's editions. They do change every year, so make sure you keep those and put them in a shoebox and bury them in your backyard, because one of these days they'll be worth something.
I do want to give a very heartfelt and sincere shout out to the person that actually made this magazine, and that's Cindy Pope with Northology Adventures. She creates an amazing magazine, and it's free online, a digital publication called Northology Adventures. And she's kind enough to help me with this magazine. So
I see that, Nathan. I see it.
It's a family project. My mother is the vice president of ad sales, so she's the one that fills all the ad space.
Awesome.
And then Cindy's the one that puts it all together and makes it beautiful. And then I'm just the ugly mug that gets to talk about it and show it off. And say how cool it is.
Aaron's got a good comment there. Going to get all my favorite people to autograph mine. That's a good thing.
Oh, that's
to do.
a great
That's
idea.
Gonna be fun. If anybody wants to do something for others, show up with a case full of Sharpies, and that way it'll take care of it. You can get your Sharpie, you can get your magazine, go around and collect autographs. I think that'd be cool.
Would be cool. I've also got something that's super neat. We haven't really talked about yet, but
world premiere.
We built a 4-foot by 8-foot patch board, and I'm going to shove a I don't know, 100 or a couple hundred more Expo patches on it. And
Sweet.
It's take a patch, leave a patch.
Yeah.
So come grab a MOORE Expo patch, leave one of yours. Come grab one of theirs, leave one of yours. Come grab one of yours because you ran out, and leave one of theirs, you know.
Yeah, somebody's asking for one of my patches, and I've given them all away. I'm gonna be asking for one back. So that's the way it works.
So we have a huge take a patch, leave a patch board.
Awesome.
So if you've got one, you know, let's start trading these things like pogs.
Heck yeah, I love it.
Treat it like your headboard in your Toyota.
It might end up as my bed headboard when we're done with this show. I'm sure my wife would just be crazy about that.
Yeah.
Matthew, yes, Artemis will still be open. He'll have somebody at the show all day, every day. So just let you know about that. We got so many people that are commenting on here. I can't keep up. Lady 4x4 says Cindy is incredible. That is true. Everybody loves Cindy and loves the magazine that she puts out every month. So if you haven't subscribed to the Northology magazine, and go and do that, they would love to have you read their magazine. She puts out an amazing magazine every single month, and it is worth your time. I promise. Well, what about some new merch you got coming out this year that's going to be available there for people to buy?
So there's a new shirt design, which I thought was pretty rad. Kind of a vintage meets new retro MOORE Expo shirt design. And if you want to check it out before the show, you can find that at the Long Creek Overland website.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got hats that are coming in with that design on them, so that'll look super cool.
Nice.
You'll be able to renew your classic. That's what I'm gonna call this one, the classic. I love it because I see it everywhere. It's just a simple hat. They wear good.
They do wear good.
All of our hats are Richardson 112s. So we've got about 150 of the classics left. So if you want to grab one of those, you can. You'll be able to get your shirt printed on any color you want. That's the nice thing about the Long Creek Overland booth is you go in, you tell them what color shirt you want, and then you tell them what design you want on it, and they'll press it right there for you. And they've got a ton of other stuff too. Like Tony, they've got your designs on there. My wife's got 2 of those shirts.
Nice.
Yep. Are there any bro shirts?
Oh yeah.
Are there? Okay.
Yep.
I don't have a bro shirt.
Through 2 or 3 different designs that they have there. Yeah, we started. We went retro back when I was growing up. Bo Jackson was the biggest thing, because he played multiple sports, and everybody saw the commercials of the Bo Nose. Well, we started the Bro Nose line of shirts that just came out, and we also got the "If You Don't Bro Me If You Don't Know Me" shirts that are out. So that's we've got several of those that are going on that people are sporting around. So yeah, we've got them. I love it. Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
Long Creek's gonna have a great setup with all the MOORE Expo merch. We've got another design, super cool kind of Tron looking digital design with some sound waves going on in the background. I like that, cutting edge kind of look.
Yeah,
cool. So cool.
Yeah, so they've got those designs as well.
Will there be music, live entertainment anywhere at the show this year?
Man, have you ever been to MOORE Expo?
I'm just putting it out there. We haven't talked about it. I haven't talked about it.
Absolutely. So the recovery room has got live music Friday and Saturday from noon until 5 p.m. And if you've been to MOORE Expo and have seen Adam Johnston and the Dirty Strings, they're playing Friday at 2. Leanne Boyd, Chad's wife, has done a phenomenal job of booking some incredible musical talent, like just fantastic local bands. So every day, pop in. I mean, as soon as you walk into that East Hall, you're going to hear the music, and then you're going to see comfortable chairs, and you're going to see a bartender mixing cocktails or whatever you prefer to drink. And that is where you go and sit and just take a break for a minute and think about, go in, look at the floor plan, sit down, just try to figure out what's the next step, or go wait for your class. But the recovery room lounge is going to be top notch. And we couldn't have done that without Overland Attic. They knocked it out of the park with that. So
very cool. I think that's
going to be a big talk of the town. That's going to be super cool.
I think the recovery room and the storyteller area are going to be pretty crowded. I think a lot of people are going to be hanging out there, just taking a chill, waiting for a class to start, taking a load off, pulling up a chair, whatever they got to do, because if you've never been to this before and this is going to be your first year, be prepared to be overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed the first year, and it was only the West Wing. That was all it was. There was no east wing. There was no main hall. There was no outside vendors. It was just the west wing, and I was overwhelmed the first year. Last year, I didn't even get to see everything. I ran through right before it closed up one afternoon. Yeah, that's one thing about working a booth. You don't get to see all of it, but be ready to be overwhelmed because it is so much to look at, so much to take in, and you will walk away from there going, that was incredible. Make sure and take pictures, take video, whatever, because there's no way you could remember it all.
That's right.
If you see something you like, take pictures, take videos, buy something, whatever you got to do, because there's no way that you'll be able to remember all of it. It's so incredible. Yep. Somebody asked, will there be music outside? Any outside music at all? Oh, Cindy.
So in the evenings, there will be live music after the show has concluded. Once the show is over, stick around because I've got, actually AMPR Plaza, who's got the huge 40 by 100 tent outside, has a stage in their tent. So once the show's over, the bands start outside, and that goes from 6:30 to 8:30. The restaurant's open. Grab a beer, grab a Pepsi, grab a barbecue sandwich, grab a rack of ribs or whatever it is, and catch some of these live bands. So each night from 6:30 to 8:30, I think the first night we've got the Nace Brothers, which is an awesome band out of Kansas City. And then the second night we've got Howie and the Hillcats. They've been playing music for more than 20 years in Springfield. So stop in, check that out. Swing by, check out the trailers at AMPR Plaza Pavilion and enjoy yourself. They are actually bringing in the Black Series trailers, so they're the official Black Series trailer dealer at MOORE Expo.
Cool. Tim asked, will I be able to attend more than one day with one ticket?
Yes.
So if you buy a ticket on Friday, you can get in Saturday and Sunday with that ticket.
You can get in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As soon as you come in that door, buddy, we'll give you a wristband. You'll be greeted by my wife, my sister, any member of my beautiful family, and they'll be happy to see you, man. So yeah, you're good all weekend. We'd love to have you all 3 days.
That's awesome.
Want to give a shout out to Nathan Anderson. He is going to be walking around poking a camera in everybody's face this year. Nathan did an amazing job at Rendezvous and also Big Iron, and love his work. He does a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see how he documents the MOORE Expo this year. I think he's going to do a fantastic job.
Yep.
I have no faults. I think his work is fantastic. So Nathan, I'm excited to have you on board as part of the MOORE Expo team this year. So that's super cool.
Yeah. I'm ready, man. I wish it was tomorrow. I wish it was tomorrow.
Me neither.
I know we're ready and you're not.
I probably should go because I've got 300 emails on my computer that need to get responded to, and I've also got to I gotta eat some dinner. I haven't eaten.
Yeah, you probably need to get off here and go eat some dinner. I know that you have had one long week, my friend, and it's only Tuesday. Only Tuesday. Well, Chris, I really appreciate you coming on. I can't tell you, from my point of view, how excited I am, me and my wife, about being there again this year. It has been a great lead up to April this year. It seems like it's taken forever to get here.
14 months.
That's right.
14 months. But it seems like this is the longest week for us because it's taken Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'm leaving out first thing in the morning, going to go help Artemis load everything up, get ready for their booth. But I know this week is probably going to fly by for you until Thursday because it doesn't seem like you've got enough time to get everything ready. But that's the life of a promoter, and you like it. You take it on, and you love to give back to everybody, and we thank you for that. We're excited to get there and see you. And somebody said that your autograph is going to be the hardest one to get on the program. I guarantee you, if people are there throughout the day, they're going to see you because you're like Santa Claus. You're everywhere. So that's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. Well, hey, if you joined us tonight on the show, we had a lot of people on here, a lot of good interaction and a lot of good questions. Thank you for being on here with us, Chris. We look forward to seeing you in a day or two. Hats off to you, brother. I know you've put in a lot of hard work, and I can't wait to see it come to fruition this week.
That's right.
Love you guys. Yeah.
I am excited. I am so excited. Well, thank you, everybody, for being on here. On behalf of Tony and Chris and myself, we wish you the best week possible. We hope to see you at MOORE Expo. We hope you live the best life you could possibly have. And until then, till we see you at the end of this week, look out for number 1 and don't step in number 2.
BROfessor and Friends 2022.
Woo-woo. Thank you for watching.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends. Joey the BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.